It was a beautiful evening on the island of Sodor. Edward had finished his day's work and was resting in a siding before returning to Tidmouth. But just then, who should come around the corner but Diesel 10? He was followed closely behind by Splatter and Dodge. They were gone as suddenly as they appeared. They rushed to Knapford Sheds, where all the diesels lived. Diesel 10 had heard that some of the diesels were friendly to steam engines.
All steamy lovers have to leave the sheds, or else.
Since Boko, Mavis, and Daisy were good diesels, they admitted, not that it was bad, that they were friendly with steam engines. Diesel, Arry, and Bert had nothing to admit.
Splodge, move on to the siding so that the steamy lovers can be on their way.
Yes, sir.
And watch out, sidings don't have buffers.
So, one by one, the good diesels left. First Boko, then Mavis, then Daisy. And Diesel 10, Splatter, and Dodge moved into their sheds. Meanwhile, the other diesels had to find places to stay. Boko stayed on a siding, Mavis slept at Farquhar, and Daisy stayed in the carriage yard. Meanwhile at Knapford, Diesel 10 was plotting. Diesel, Arry, and Bert had told him about the steam engines living at Tidmouth Sheds and how much better their accommodations were than theirs.
I have an idea. Tonight, we'll attack Tidmouth Sheds. Barry, you'll attack from the right. My right, in the direction I'm currently facing. Splodge, you'll attack from the left. Diesel, you'll attack with me from the middle. Once the steamers are gone, we shall take over Tidmouth.
However, Toby arrived without anyone noticing. He listened until he caught the important news, and then rushed to Tidmouth Sheds. He arrived just as the engines were about to be shut up for the night. He told them all about the plot, so the steam engines evacuated. And Percy stayed at Tidmouth Sheds. He decided that with his shed being the last going from left to right, perhaps the diesels would overlook it. By the time all the steam engines had been settled, the diesels had left Knapford and were rushing toward Tidmouth.
Where steamies are in the scrapyard. I'll rip off their wheels before my move.
They soon arrived at Tidmouth. The diesels took their positions.
All right, steam engines, out of the shed or we'll make you get out.
There was no answer.
Okay, you asked for it. You first, puffball. What? It's empty. So is this one.
Yes, every shed you checked was empty.
No. Why not? All the other sheds are empty. Why couldn't this one be empty? We'll try again tomorrow.
And disappointed, they left. The diesels tried again the next night, but the sheds were empty then too. Then, the next night, Percy decided he should stop taking chances and left Tidmouth Shed. And it was a good thing too, for Diesel 10 finally checked the shed, only to find it empty. Then the diesels returned to the shed.
I've come to a conclusion. Since we can't catch the steamies at night, we'll catch them during the day, starting tomorrow. Until then, I'm going to shed.
The next day, the diesels were carrying out Diesel 10's order. Well, trying to. If the diesels went after the small engines, the big ones would be there to stop them. And if they went after the big engines, they managed to elude their grasp. Needless to say, when the diesels came back to Knapford, they were tired, battered, and disappointed.
When I first came, I thought we'd have the Tidmouth dwelling steamers gone within 24 hours of arrival. 3 days after arrival, and they're still here. And speaking of which, how can we catch them? Not at Tidmouth at night. We're not able to catch them during the day. I know, they must all sleep somewhere at night. We'll just pick them up there. Let's go! Whoa! Dish! Ugh.
Diesel 10's front wheels were all in the ditch, but he was still partly on the turntable, making all the diesels stuck.
How can things get any worse?
Just then, Toby arrived with Henrietta and some trunks. He stopped, observed the mess, and then hurried away to the Farquhar Sheds and told everyone there what had happened.
If the diesels are all stuck, we won't be bothered by them for several days.
Meanwhile, Diesel was the only engine who could reach Diesel 10 on the jammed turntable, and he was working hard to pull Diesel 10 out. Diesel 10 helped as best he could with what wheels were out of the ditch. 3 days later,
Wow!
after Diesel 10 pulled Diesel back on the rails, he went back into the shed. And just as he cleared the doorway, there was a sputtering sound.
What's happening? The dishwater has clogged my engine. Now I'm stuck. What do we do now? I know somebody from the past who can help. Mr. Boomer is his name. He knows a few things about cleaning and repairing engines. And until he's here, y'all stay put. Got it?
Got it.
Good.
So, Mr. Boomer arrived, and he wasn't alone.
Hey, Diesel 10.
Hey, Boomer. Who are these two?
These are my henchmen, Keith and Doug. They are much more helpful than your sidekicks. So, anyway, how are things?
Positively rotten. Along with these guys who are trying to catch demons. They keep slipping past us. Now the engine is clogged. Dishwater needs to be cleaned.
What happened?
I ran into that ditch.
Oh, kind of like that galloping blue sausage did several years ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's beside the point. Now it is time to get down to business. You mean you can fix Diesel 10's engine? Yes, along with Keith and Doug's help. But it'll take a few days.
I suppose we'll have to stay in the sheds while it's being repaired? That's right.
Mr. Boomer and his henchmen worked hard, repairing Diesel 10. Meanwhile, the other diesels had to wait. Until finally, 4 days later, in the evening,
It's done.
It is? At last. We'd better go soon. You think you can ride me? I may need you all again.
Thanks.
Okay, let's make up for lost time. The steam engines are sure to be off their guard. We've been stuck here a full week. Snow engine has been attacked for a full week. And I haven't seen that square cocoa-colored tin pot here since I first fell in the ditch. So now I'll attack Tidmouth Sheds, and this time we won't be disappointed. Let's go and attack!
the diesels hurried back to Tidmouth Sheds. As they drew near, they heard whistling.
They have to be in the sheds now. Let's go get them!
They rushed towards the sheds. Diesel 10 rushed down to the turntable, turned to Thomas' shed, and banged the doors open. But when he looked inside,
What? How can this be? This is impossible!
when he checked every shed, but no engines were in there. And even more surprised and disappointed, the diesels returned to Knapford Sheds. They were all very puzzled. Soon everyone knew about the disappearing engines, including Toby. He wanted to know how the engines were there, but not there. He made a plan. That evening, Toby waited at the docks. Behind him was the key. It had sunken long ago, and the rails sloped into the sea. Presently, Diesel 10 arrived.
You little really useless should have been long gone long ago wooden teapot. Your spying on us has something to do with your fellow overcolored cattle's never being at Tidmouth Sheds, I know it. Before we attack Tidmouth again, I have a score to settle with you. Yeah! Hey! Whoa! Ah! Not again! Ooh! I'm not as deep in this time. Diesel! Barry! Squad!
Toby puffed quickly away. As he did so, he saw Arry, Bert, and Diesel pass again, heading towards the key. Diesel 10 will be out sooner than he was last time. I'd better hurry.